be insane. So when it's 300, it's gonna be wild. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see behind me, we have something really sick, something really cool today. We have Nathaniel's 200SX. So we're gonna be doing a little review slash feature and a cinematic edit for him. We just took some photos here in the parking lot. So we're heading to the next location. Yeah, I'm gonna let Nathaniel explain to you a bit about all the stuff that he's done to the car. Really, so much detail in this car. So stay tuned and listen up.
There are a lot of well put together JDM cars in SA, and I think they are all hidden gems because they end up being garage and trailer queens, and that is the saddest part. I drive this car every day if I could, but I'll drive it. If I feel like driving it, I'll get in and go, and that's the best part about it. It's a driver's car. It's not overly done, not too much power. You know, guys always joke and they say, "Oh, there's no such thing as too much power."
But, what did Jeremy Clarkson say? More power.
More, yeah. You know, there's that magic gold triangle. You know, power, money, and reliability. You can only have two. So I think it was a matter of getting the balance right for this car, and I think it's okay. I mean, I originally started out as an OEM Plus build, but then obviously with my liking of all the track days and Gymkhana type things, I needed to get a better seat, because the SX seats, they look good, but they're not that comfy.
This is pretty comfy, but I think,
but
as you said,
when you're going around a track, then it's another story. So then I started with the seat, and then I got the cage, and like, oh no, I'll get the cage.
Is the seat also imported?
Seats would locally, but it's a genuine Sparko.
Okay, that's
so yeah. So Casco, FIA approved, the same with the harnesses, and the same with the seats.
So how long are these harnesses like
I think I've got about another 3 more years.
3 more years, okay. So another expensive investment in a couple of years.
Yeah, but it pays. I mean, the last thing you want to do is be in an accident and some second grade seat which is made of fiberglass has these shards piercing you in the back of your in your side or something like that. That's
you don't want that.
So I think safety was also paramount. So,
that's awesome.
Cool. There's no better feeling when someone says to you that, is that a Type X or is that a Kouki kit on your car?
It's when they recognize the actual kit.
Yeah, they do, and that's the best part about it. And I can honestly say, as far as I know, this is the only full Type X in SA.
Guys, and this also like no fiberglass kit. This is originally like imported.
OEM, all OEM from Japan, from the States, from Canada.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wild show from where the parts came from. Doesn't matter, but I must say, as you guys can see, like the whole interior of the car with the cage. The cage is also imported.
Yeah, it's a genuine 7-point Casco cage. Also imported from Japan.
That's crazy, guys. Just before we leave, I already see that now. No fat chicks. No fat chicks. She's gonna scrape. She's gonna rub. So sorry, not sorry.
No, so I mean everything. Like I said to you, I'm a bit of a brand whore. So all brand names on the car as much as I could, but also being sensible at the same time. You know, I would much rather set of ATS harnesses than to spend 7 grand on a set of genuine Takatas.
Yeah,
and there's no way in hell I'm gonna buy a set of fakes.
Especially if you own a car like this, where it's all about the sentimental value of the parts.
Yes.
You wanna, like, it sounds stupid, but you wanna own that original part. Like,
want the original.
he said there's a couple of parts on here that are like 105 or 110 in the world.
Yeah, like the Nismo cluster, for example. Yeah, Nismo cluster, Nismo dead pedal.
Insane.
A couple other things as well.
So we didn't mention all the details of the car, but that we'll keep for the next video when he comes back after fixing all these things that he wanted to. There's like a lot of details that we didn't go over, but once again, thank you so much for today. I really appreciate it. It was awesome getting to know you and your car, and like the passion that you have for the car. And also just hearing the stories coming with the car. I mean, from the first owner.
Unbelievable. And also the journey that I've had to.
That you've had, especially with it.
What a nightmare. You know, there was a time in 2007, 2008, just after I bought the car. You know, it was the whole international credit crunch.
Oh shit, yeah.
And the car stood at my office gathering dust for the latter part of a year.
Was it running back then?
It was running. And then every now and then I'd go and I'd start it up and drive it in the basement, and because I couldn't afford to drive the car, I couldn't afford to fix the car, or do the mods and whatever. It was so bad. I mean, for us as a company, you know, we took a huge knock. And what I did was I then cancelled insurance, and I was too scared to drive it anywhere.
Wow.
So I just left it in the basement, and then eventually when things started picking up and the economy got better, then the work started again, and then I started importing some parts again. Whatever I couldn't import, I made locally. Like I said, you know, I did compromise a lot on things in terms of which products to buy and the brand names. And
he compromised, but he has like the best of the best already. But I don't know where you compromised then. But also it's really sick, guys. He's made a couple of like custom parts for this car, for this chassis. So if any of the guys who don't know him yet personally are looking for something, get in contact with him. There's a whole bunch of custom things that he's been making for this chassis. So get in contact with him. I'm actually gonna link his Instagram. I'll link your Instagram in the description down below. So if you guys want to find out more about him or check out the car, it'll be available on the link down below. Because you know where the car's limits are already. When someone just bought the car and like they're testing it out for the first time. But that's why you know how to drive it. So for you it's not stupid things, it's just taking risks.
Watch too many YouTube videos.
Luckily this isn't a Mustang as well.
True story, and there are no crowds.
No crowds at all. Wheels on happy. So really put you back in the seat then.
Nothing about it. How to be linear, and that's what I wanted. I wanted something that was drivable, something that I could get in and use as a daily, something I could just drive to the track, have a bit of fun. So,
and drive home. A lot of people can't do that, so he can drive home as well after a track day, after beating on it.
Well, that's also the main reason why I didn't do that many mods to the motor. I mean, stock bottom end, just a bit of head work and the bigger turbo, bigger injectors and other supporting mods. Yes.
Are there any like faults, if I can say it like that, in the SR20 like that you know of, like something that occurs with the motors?
Yeah, like with every other motor, each and every motor has its issues, but you know, I've been very lucky in the sense that I've not gone for big power. So
that also helps.
So the modifying of certain components will always result in you needing to have supporting mods for that.
Yeah, definitely.
But luckily it's not over the top. So that's the main thing, I guess.
And reliability on an old car like this?
Reliability, I've had this SR20 in this car 6 years now.
6 years.
6 years.
6 of the 13 years that he's owned the car. knows that SL power is the best power. Okay, besides for 1J and 2J, but that's like another ball game. But I think I've seen another one of the 1J in.
Yes, there are quite a few in and around Joburg. Actually, nationwide, there's quite a few guys that have done.
The guy I know is in the West Rand.
Alan.
Alan, yeah.
Yes. So that guy originally comes from Kimberley.
Oh,
I know the
shucks.
car very well. Yeah, knew the car before I knew Alan. So that's also the thing. I mean, I've been involved in the SX scene for 15 years now.
You've had the car forever, so.
Well, I've had it since 2007, and I know quite a few of the guys. I know some of the cars more than what I know some of the guys.
Yeah, because the cars change owners more than they do.
Indeed.
Then you get to meet the owners.
Yeah, and I mean, we tried to formalize the SX club, but it's not that type of club. But also, guys always make fun of us SX owners. Half the time the cars are standing on jack stands. So
what's the fun in having a car that is just reliable? You can beat on it the whole time and you never have to work on it yourself, never get to know the car.
Yeah. I've owned this car, like I said, long enough. I know exactly what it's about. If there's any issues, I know.
It's like the Subaru guys get always like tuned about vapes.
yes, exactly the same.
But that's the truth though, because they get out with their vape.
Yeah, just the way. Mark 1 owner takes out a hookah pipe.
Yeah, that's true.
I tell you, I isolate the VW guys all the time, but I can tell you one thing: my brother drives a Mark 1 Golf. It's crazy. And look, it's not just any Mark 1 Golf. It's one of those limited edition numbers, one of the last thousands. So it's the 1.2 million rand Golf that everyone knows about. You know that one?
Yeah, dude. I don't know how that guy had no scum or anything.
I don't know what he's smoking, but
he was on a good trip.
Sure.
Like he was on the best trip.
No, also his daily's a G7 GTI. So.
You see, so that works out perfect. But there's a lot of guys that I've seen now. They'll have like Golf 7 GTIs and Golf 6 GTIs, and then they have like a project Mark 1 or Mark 2.
That's exactly what
they build like really crazy, which is pretty cool. Like I must say, like I feel like the Mark 1 is unique to our country. Like if you go look in Germany, where VW is from, there's not even that many Mark 1s there. And now Germany and New Zealand are trying to get Mark 1s from us.
Yeah.
So that's
producing them. Yeah.
And like I must say, I've seen a couple in SA that are done really well.
Yeah, the thing about Mark 1 is there's always one out there that's faster than you.
Yeah, when you go to the Rock often, you see all of those. The Corsa buckies, this thing looks like it's falling apart, but it's pushing like 200 kilowatts.
Like I said to you, you know how much I'm into on this car. There's no way I'm going to get my money back.
Well, if you keep it for another 10 to 15 years.
Probably, yeah.
Not just because of the car, but the road is very bumpy, so it's okay. That's the only thing, the mask on the biggest one, but I'm carrying the smells from both of us. That is gonna be insane.
A lot of oaks start out with these project cars and that, and I'll always ask them the same question each and every time. Do you like being broke? Because that's what the project car is gonna do.
That's what a project car is, yeah. Project car means broke.
Can you spell overdraft?
Credit card, overdraft.
I've seen that movie before.
When you truly discover how bumpy our roads are. Driving something with coilovers.
Yeah.
We need to beat on it whenever. it. So for you, it's not stupid things, it's just taking risk. So before you buy one of these, I'm gonna see if he has Instagram. If you're thinking of buying one of these, send him a DM first and find out what else to look out for, because you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot thinking you're buying something good and then you end up having to spend more money than you budgeted or planned for, just to get it running at least.
So I got the car set up for low boost and high boost.
Okay.
So at low boost is 0.5 bar, and then high boost it's 1 bar. And when I drive very spiritedly,
spiritedly, that's the word.
Spiritedly, then you're probably going to get like 200 kilometers on a tank.
Wow.
But when I do normal driving, as I would like as a daily drive,
keep it in the low RPMs, basically.
Well, just driving normal.
Yeah.
And not driving.
What is driving normal? Like, there's no
speed limit.
Oh, okay, the speed limit.
Yeah, which is what we're doing at the moment. Yeah.
Yes, gotta obey the law.
Yeah,
That's the most important. Gotta obey the law. But we'll be in Mexico in like 10 minutes. South African, Mexico. Mozambique, yeah. Just passing the border. Yeah, you can see. No, past.
Yeah, so did you get about 400-500 kilometers on a tank?
That's actually not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's a 60 odd liter tank. I don't know the exact number, but not bad.
You know, that's still better than most D4D Hiluxes today.
I know.
I don't know why people still like buying buckets. They're not fuel efficient. Okay, yeah, you can go drive anywhere you want, but like,
I think it's because of the ever-growing potholes in our country.
Yeah, you need those all-terrains.
I love this car. I've owned it for so long, and some days I'm pissed off at it. Something breaks or something goes, or I need to spend a huge amount of money on it. But when it's going,
there's no, guys, honestly, I can say there's no feeling like I've been in an R33, I've been in an RX-7, like, and this isn't even like fully boosting all the way what it's supposed to, but from all the cars I've been in, like JDM cars that I've been in, this one puts the, as I said, puts the power down so well. And we have been on wet roads more or less today. Hasn't wanted to put the taillight, or he's been driving it really well. He knows it. And if you guys have seen, it looks in pristine condition, so don't want to make any silly mistakes today. Honestly, really thankful for the opportunity to be able to
anytime,
get all the videos and all the photos and stuff. He has been here with me today for pretty much like 2-3 hours already. So thank you for your patience, I really appreciate it. And what an experience, guys. Okay guys, on that note, I will be ending this video. Nathaniel, thank you so much for allowing me to video your car today and take some photos of your car. Guys, as I said, there's so much detail that we actually didn't go over in this car, but I'll be putting a full description or list of all the mods that he has done to that car in the description below. Please give out a little like or follow on his Instagram for the car. I'll put his link on that down below in the description as well. Really awesome guy, learned so much from him, and honestly the passion that he has for everything that he does is very, very inspiring. So just, there's one thing you can take from today's video. Once again, I think you are put on a path or meet people for a reason. We discussed a whole bunch of things which we actually have in common, and it's insane. I'm very appreciative of everything that is going for me and everything that I'm blessed with, and I just can't wait to see where we're going to go further in this year. Thank you again to everyone that's been supporting. Let me know in the comments down below if you like these JDM cars in South Africa. As you can see, this one is in pristine condition. 13 years of ownership really brings out the perfectionist in you. So thank you again so much for everyone that has been supporting. Guys, the channel's growing so well, and yeah, I just hope that you guys also just support the other videos besides for the Ford content. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for all the likes, the comments on the most recent video of the install of the steering wheel. It was something super cool for me to do, and I'm glad you guys responded positively in that manner as well. So yeah, as I said, tip for today, if you get the opportunity to meet someone new, always speak to them, always inquire, always ask questions about them, about what they do. You'll find out some amazing things by just asking the right questions. So on that note, keep the positive vibes coming and flowing, and let's keep going.